Connecting. What's up, you guys? If this is working, then it's working. All right, I think we're good, son. A little bit late because we were having some technical difficulties. Nothing the Morrillo can't take care of, though. Appreciate it, son.
Yep.
Yay. What's up, guys? What's going on? All right. Let's see about getting this show on the road. Rogelio Valencia, Roger Reports Podcast, because why not? Why not? The commentating, I'm told, doesn't require much. And I'm here to commentate. I got some topics here right off the top, guys. We're going to check out Laura Ingraham, and let's go over her analysis of things. The media is trying hard to protect Kamala. Now, I don't mean to always kick these guys in the balls and talk shit about them. Sometimes they have a good... Oh, her show's called The Angle or something like that. Sometimes they got a good angle where it's not that they actually succeed at the gotcha moment, because I think that's what they're looking for. But what it does is it allows maybe a different view to come into play, into the picture. A new scene has, let's just say, has opened, and we can look into it and dig in. Second one is Trump keeps getting in trouble, right? Trump keeps getting a little glitchy. Trump keeps having technical difficulties. I think we got to put my boy over there. You should apply, bro, because he's having a lot of technical difficulties lately. We were too this morning. Supposed to go live at 11:30. We're at 11:50 here. We're running late, son. But Air Force One is good to go. Anyways, and how I was getting ready to call it and just get really juicy on those two topics, but Fox Business came into play, and then I thought, oh my God, really, you guys too? Why say it that way? I don't understand. But it'll be I think I have it in my history. It's a video about how appalled they are that Mr. Walz owns no stock. What an absolute breaking news. Tragic, apparently, on that on that platform, that he doesn't own any stock. But I'll give you guys my 2 cents as to why I think that's a good idea. None of them should own stock. They're up there doing a public service, you guys. Public service. And then they get stupid rich. Come on. Anyway, those are the topics, guys. Come on in and join me. I got this split screen thing going on, so bear with me, because you gotta run the mouse to the other side, and then it comes here. Check out Mrs. Ingraham with her stuff here real quick, guys.
First, they think you're stupid. That's the focus of tonight's angle. Now, we see what a candidate looks like and sounds like who can field questions from the media, even when most of those questions are hostile.
Reporting 15 to 20 million people. How do you actually do that?
Well, John, we have to start with the fact that we have a wide open southern border because our border czar actually set a lot of open border policies. I never, Dana, criticize people for not having kids. I criticize people for being anti-child. And I do think that Kamala Harris has made some bizarre statements. She has said things like it's reasonable not to have children over climate change. We've talked now, for 6 questions about abortion.
I'm still trying to get a clear answer. So for an
gave
FDA...
you one.
And then he exposed the press brilliantly.
You've now asked me 3 questions about comments that I made 3 years ago. I wonder what Kamala Harris thinks about the fact that she supported policies that opened the American southern border. I wonder what Kamala Harris thinks about the fact that she lied to the American people about Joe Biden's middle facility for the office. You are interviewing me, Dana, because I respect the American people enough to sit down for an interview.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. No, she doesn't. Yet it's been 22 days.
Right? She got them claws out real quick. Like, how the fuck dare she interview him and not me? That's what I got right off the bat, right? Some of that type of, oh, hell nah drama. But most of what I'm trying to get at is I'm trying to open up Vance's response. Everything that he's being asked, he almost doesn't respond to it. He like sends you on a different rabbit hole talking about, well, what would you think Kamala would do? Backtracking like some kind of like chicken shits that they are, backtracking from what they said. Don't backtrack. That's what you said. Kind of like Kevin Hart, bro. Say it with your chest. You already said it anyway. It's recorded. It's on video some fucking where. Or if it's something that maybe he does regret, dial it down. Hey man, I said it like this in the heat of the moment. Blah. No, it's almost like, well, what would she have said? Or no, I didn't say that. I meant this. But well, then you should have said that, right? You should have said that. She starts her segment by saying they think you're stupid, but bro, when we watch your show that apparently isn't a news show, it's a commentating show. It's like, I don't think a lot of viewers of Fox know that Fox got sued as fuck. Like 700 and something $1 million. I don't think they know about that. I think they just said, Tucker Carlson just wanted to go start a podcast. He wanted to do his own thing. So that's why he's no longer here. Again, I don't know. I don't know what I don't stick to Fox that much. I just get to Fox when I hear that they're trying to, it just sounds childish, right? So I'm like, wait a minute, they said that on the show? They want you to think you're stupid? How funny that they know exactly how to blame someone else for something because it's almost like they have all the information for it. They know exactly how to blame you for something that you might not be doing because that's what they're doing. They want you to be stupid and keep watching and keep getting angry when they tell you to get angry and keep getting scared when they tell you to get scared. And again, Fox, bro, the jig is up. The jig is up. We just need you guys. I don't even care if you don't change panel and it's the same people. Doocy, this chick, and the Fantastic Five, right? No, you guys can stay at your jobs, but it's the jig is up, man. People are no longer picking this up because hell, one of the notes I took, where did I put it? Yeah, while they're using this particular tactic, the majority of the country is no longer into that drama or into that part of the drama. People are getting more turned off to voting red because that's what they lead with. They don't discuss policy. They want it to be a childish interaction, and that's where I'm like, wait a minute, you guys think we're stupid. Just got to read a little more. I'll go a little further because she did quote a article that I went to go look. I was like, wait a minute, let's see if you for real or if you're just bullshitting. Check it out.
Since the party dumped Biden and embraced Kamala Harris, she still refuses to submit herself to a full press conference, let alone a real sit-down interview with a real reporter. So I'm thinking, is she just too busy maybe in her duties as vice president? So
yeah, that might be that might be where the breadcrumbs start. Yeah, we should start looking there. Maybe the girl's busy with her existing role, plus running for president, plus looking for vice president, plus having to interview a few fellas before she called it, plus, all the other stuff that's got to do with running for president. I'm almost questioning, hey, man, are you really ready? Are you really number 2? Are you set to go in case? Because that's what your job is. Your job is to be number 2. And if number 1, God forbid, at that point, I'm almost saying like, damn, Mrs. Ingram, you got the wrong angle here. Why not, for 5 minutes, attack her on the fact that she might not be doing her, vice president job. She's not doing her job as a candidate for president. That's not the word. Because she's busy being vice president. That's probably why she doesn't show up to your interviews or want to come on your commentating show. Because she should come on my commentating show too then. What the hell? Why not? But I believe that Mrs. Harris is a little busy, right? With existing duties, plus new duties, plus she, again, right? Looking for, starting to fill in these cabinet positions. I don't know. To me, that's probably, like I said, the first breadcrumb to follow, Mrs. Ingram.
She just doesn't have time.
Yeah.
Well, unlikely, because we haven't heard her even referenced on any of the big issues that are happening now. Look, we have a U.S. military escalation happening tonight in the Middle East.
Okay, we got some policy here, you guys. I might have spoken too soon. Check it out.
Is Kamala on board? Has she been consulted? And then we have a group from the Treasury Department, the SEC, and the Federal Reserve rushing over to Beijing to reassure them. My guess about tariffs, they're coming off if Kamala wins. So, I don't know, does Kamala have a view on that? Who knows? But it's not just national security, international trade matters that she's avoiding. We don't know what she'll do about everyday problems.
Let's fact check. I think she's already spoken about that topic. If she's still referring to the war or what she wants, I think she already kind of touched on it a little bit.
Either. Like the fact that, contrary to the sunny claims from her comms team, that inflation is improving, it's all getting better, costs are still straining American families at all but the wealthiest levels. This Wall Street Journal piece, I highly recommend it.
And I took her up on that. I actually did the listen article. It's like a 3-minute read, which is, again, I'll put myself in that pile, right? What the hell am I doing, right? I'm starting a commentating show. I'm starting a podcast. What the hell am I doing? Either way, I'm not in a multi-million-dollar studio. I'm not in a multi-million-dollar setting with the multi-million-dollar salary. Hey, nice dress, cool earrings. So I could actually say, damn, man, I'm, trying to learn the tweaks and twacks of this particular business here. Why don't I start slow? Why don't I start with easy topics, right? Why don't I start with 2-3 minute article reads, like the few that I'm gonna read here, and kind of see where it goes, right? See if I can capture some attention, see if I can, what if I don't even like this and I want to do something else in this particular field that isn't, particularly this. But when you're a multi-million-dollar corporation that isn't a news network, because their defense was that we don't report the news, we commentate on the news. Okay, cool. Most of those interviews, right? I put a note here that multiple interviews. When they were interviewing Vance in the earlier part of the video, they compiled a couple videos together, right? There was like 4 or 5 or 3 or 4 different interviewers in that 5 or 6 little clips, and so on and so forth. But it's to show you just those particular answers that Vance, and then they commentate on it. Cool. doesn't seem like a journalistic career or paperwork necessary to just go ahead and do that, because whilst I'm still a student, I'm already commentating. I haven't been told I can't do this. Don't seem to be breaking any rules or any laws. But this isn't a multi-million-dollar setting. So for a multi-million-dollar setting compared to this little setting, why don't they have longer articles to discuss? Why don't they have more substance, like more info, more? No, it's like me here. I'm focused just on the jig is up. One little tiny angle of it. The jig is up. You're even picking articles that talk about the one singular fucking thing. Even to say, just keeping it balanced, right, guys? Just keeping it balanced. Even to say, you could have been helping Vance out a whole lot more had you shown the rest of the stuff. Because yeah, your narrative of defending him, protecting him, making him look cool, it's too shallow. Let's just say that Vance has some deep stuff, some deep oceans to discover in his background, in his military background, and whatever, in his personal life, whatever. Maybe he, fed the homeless one time, right there at the gas station. I'd rather know that stuff. I'd rather have, I'd rather help him out with what good things he did. Except in this, let's say, segment, in this particular talk, I'm only getting that they just want to one-up him. They want that gotcha moment. They want the, you see? That's why it's got to be this guy and not that chick. But it's like, even putting a chick to say this still seems, like I said earlier, they're not tall enough to swing and hit Tim in the nuts. They're just not. They're getting to low blow him with, under the knee stuff right there in the cankle. Because it seems like they don't have any other tactic or any other way, because their policies won't beat these policies. Like I said, how can you make Tim Walz look like a monster when all he's done in his state is help the people? How can you make him look like a monster if he doesn't have any stocks, if he's not staked into the freaking market? How can you make him look bad? It's what the rest of us are. Hey, well, we're not in the stock. Cool. I don't think I want him in the stock. We don't need him to, come in somewhat millionaire and leave a multimillionaire. We don't need him to do that. We need him to provide the service that he is in service of. So that's some. When I get to this part, that's the angle. That's the angle. Sheesh. But I'm no copyrights. I'm just saying it. The angle that I chose to expose here is that they're just after that gotcha moment, when now it seems like most people are just turned off to that. They're more tuned into, well, what good is he gonna do? What else what is it? The tampon Tim? What is he up to now? Because even as they'll call him that, they'll be like, yeah, tampon Tim went and gave all these children, free meals while they're in school. Which I looked it up, you guys. It's breakfast and lunch at school. That means in Minnesota, I gotta hurry the hell up, wake up the morrillo, get them ready. You can even snooze. Why? We don't have to stop for breakfast. We're good. Take a little snooze, son. Get up, brush your teeth, get ready. I'm dropping you off at school because they got you with the Continental right there waiting on you. And I'm gonna keep this 5 skis right here in my pocket for a rainy day, because Mr. Walsh has got your lunch covered too. Matter of fact, we'll have a snack after school with the 5 skis. How can you make that look bad? How can I don't know if I'm teaching my son to be a positive member of society. How can that anger him? How can he be like, fuck that guy. I don't want his breakfast. Well, then you're just going to go hungry, son. I'll pick you up with your hungry ass after school. It's like, how can you turn that into something? So they can't. So instead they go with the Tampon Tim shit. They go with the trying to one-up them. Why isn't she here interviewing? Well, fuck, because you're here, fucker. We started with you. We'll go with her. We're still making phone calls. It still doesn't answer the question, and yet you just lost whatever that 7 seconds of that question's time frame the fuck up. Out the door. Anyway, that is my take on that one, you guys. All right, I keep switching mouses here. So much technology, so much stuff to freaking learn here. Where's the mouse? There it is. So we're going to boot you the hell out, ma'am. And again, look, she's... that's the article. Child care, rent, insurance. Hey, man, she's not even fucking kidding you guys. That stuff's still going up. It's like, hey, come on, can we put the baby in school already? This daycare shit's fucking expensive. Any chance they take them young now or a little bit earlier? Woo! So I looked into it and I didn't read it. I went for the for the free skis listen in audio. I used to do that when I was driving anyway, so I figured it. All right, I'll get the rest of the setup plugged in, tuned in. You should have seen the Morrillo. He was up and down this shit trying to get everything plugged in while I'm listening to this, because it had a good angle. It had a good it was a good article in the sense that she doesn't even like play the parts where all the other stuff that's gone down, and it touches on what good has come. She only talks about the bad, which is that rent and all that other stuff did go up. That's why I'm like, you just should. It's a 2-minute read. Just tell them the whole thing, and then let them be like, oh, okay, well, shit, hey, 1 for 1. But at least we're gonna have a 2028 with these guys. I think I'll pay rent a bit higher a little while. No problem. The other fucking, it just sounds too dangerous. Again, comments right there, wide open. But anywho. Moving right along to the second topic. Let me see. Where did I leave that? So this topic then leads into a little bit of conspiracy here, conspiracy there. So check it out, guys. Keeping it simple. I read through the 3 articles. I read through the 3 interactions. Right, we had a near miss or a close call, I'm not too sure which one of the two to call it, with Trump's plane, right? Trump Force One. Roger, we're going to call this podcast Force One if you're still listening in. It's crazy. Anyway, Trump's plane forced to make emergency landing in Montana. Which also was quite a short read. It wasn't even that long. We're running on fumes here. And for me, I guess I'm not subscribed or paying, so I get to fucking watch all these commercials while I'm reading this shit. But the plane, right? We got to pull over real quick. Chingas. Thereafter, his campaign gets hacked. Chingao, bro. Touching a little extra bullet point on that is, this is why we didn't need him having the fucking files he took home. Because somebodies can hack this guy and get whatever he took from the White House now becomes whoever hacked him's property. So that makes a little sense, right? Some people are still upset. Well, he was allowed to bring him home. Everyone else brings him home. Why is he getting in trouble? He's getting in trouble because he's the stupider of them all that could be hacked and is being hacked. There's evidence to that. And anyway, they went after the others as well. Sorry, wrong mouse. But he got hacked. Or is it campaign confirmed hacked? I read this one from Politico. This is probably a top notch for me. Politico. think on the computer or on my phone, I added them to a favorites or something like that, so I could keep getting. Those are good reads. They too have a "I don't like you, Trump" narrative, which I am. I don't like Trump either, but I'm trying to keep that out from here. Okay, what good has he done? What bad has he done? We'll talk about it. So on and so forth. Lately, there's been a lot of bad to talk about Trump. So with these, let's just say near misses, and then the Elon Musk one. So in this one, I guess is how do I say? Because again, they got a narrative, so it's they got that gotcha moment, right? Where is it? In the title, was it? Elon Musk guarantees entertainment. He delivers technical difficulties instead. All right, I'm telling you, they got a narrative. They're more often than not good reads. Are they compartmentalizing their feelings towards all this? I don't think they even get paid for that. They give it to us with their feelings on how dumb the platform is, or how they delivered jewels and they just rolled up with rocks. So what's going on, bub?
We saw the live ending. We thought we could come in.
Live's ending?
We saw the live episode over, so we thought we could come in on Twitch.
Well, I'm on live on YouTube.
Oh, my bad. She wanted orange juice.
Go for it. You're fine. So it has a narrative either way. No matter what, it has a narrative, and it goes on to show you that they don't like the guy. They don't like Trump. Now, going on with that. Well, here, take this one. Take it. I just made that one too. It's got freezing cold water. It's all good. No, you're good. So like I said, they got a narrative. So they'll give it to you in a ha Elon. There you go, fucking up again. But then they don't. Okay, if they do, and I'll look them up, right? If they do, they'll talk about Elon's, successful rocket landings or successful rocket launches and whatnot. They do say it in a cool fashion. But in this one, it was like, you ain't shit type. So that's why I'm like, they have a narrative and they have their feelings about it. But my main point to all this is that, again, then I kind of start agreeing with a buddy of mine. Was this staged? I mean, you can't convince me that the shooting was fake. Nah, there were bullets flying around the guy. Serious shit. There were bullets flying around. Somebody died that day, so that you... What are they gonna fake that man's death? And no, that's going too far. Was it staged? Does Donald Trump have the fucking gall to put someone up to shoot him? I don't think so, dude. I don't think he's that brave. Nor do I think he's gonna trust damn near a teenager. What was he, 20? To miss. So at 20, not to speak ill of the dead here, with pimples still on his face, young as hell, you have to trust that he is that good of a shooter that he's not going to shoot you. And then again, shit, well then why, don't aim at anyone. I don't want anyone to die here, including myself. Aim at the fucking trees. So that you gotta debunk that one right away and say, no, fucker, that shit wasn't fake. It was real. Somebody died. Other people got shot. That shit was real, man. Was it staged? Was, I don't know, even someone in the Trump campaign, hey, real quick, post someone and shoot so that their candidate can come up. Most of the reason that they say it was staged or whatever is because he was losing, right? And then the shooting comes up, fist in the air, fight, keep it going. But that shit is fucking heroic as hell. And that's where I'm like, dude, if it was staged, would it be heroic? Probably not anymore. But if it wasn't staged and the kid just did fucking miss, bro, the fucking balls in this guy. Then there could be another shooter, sir. Come duck the fuck down, bro. What are you doing? Fuck him. Fight. Let him shoot me. Hey. Matt Squabble's there, sir. So that's why I was like, you guys, that incident, when you put it in the same, you're going to make a shake out of this motherfucker with he keeps getting interrupted, he keeps getting hacked, he keeps getting victimized, he keeps getting pobrecito out of the whole fucking thing. Then it starts to look like, yo, bro, we don't need a guy with so many incidents. Last topic, running out of battery here. Last where I can compare this is, today you're going to go on a long haul, Raj. You ready for it? Yeah, I'm ready for it. Throw me the load, sir. I'll take it. Rig's good. It's at the shop. She's ready to go. Okay, because that last breakdown is kind of concerning, Roger. Are you sure you can get back on the road? Sir, throw me the load, man. I got you. Next morning, I go to pre-trip the truck and I have issues. Golly shit, let me fix them on the go. I don't even want to call dispatch to tell them anything. Keep on going down the road on the way to pick up. I get a flat tire. Fuck, let me just roadside repair. Come get me. I don't want to give this load back. I think they'll fire me. I think they'll let me go. They won't want me to operate with them. Fix the tire, finally get down and get the load, break the transmission with the load on board. Sorry, I got to make that call. Dispatch. Some shit came up. But I thought you were ready. Again, so many little incidents keep happening to said individual for said job. All right, man. You seem to not be having things tweaked and twacked, man. Somebody did something to your plane. So you're the victim, all right. Somebody did something to Twitter, so you're the victim, fine. No, man, just okay. Just stirring the pot here again, you guys. Keeping it balanced. Would Nikki be having all these issues? Because I'll tell you from the bat, Nikki Haley wouldn't have 37 counts. I'm just saying. Issues. She wouldn't be having to be showing up to court. She'd be literally running her campaign. Now, would her plane get hacked? Would her? I don't know. Maybe. But it's just like, oh, God, here goes another victim situation with the hee-hee-ha-has. Final topic, you guys, is the Fox Business little segment. I'll show it to you guys right here. Let's go.
A new report says far-left Governor Tim Walz does not own any stocks, bonds, mutual funds, doesn't own securities, even real estate. He uses the governor's mansion. It's only residence. His money comes from his governor's salary and a teacher's pension. Does this make him out of touch with the U.S. economy? Let's welcome to the show former Home Depot CEO and the former CEO of Chrysler, Bob Nardelli.
I didn't know that part either.
Bob, when you saw this, it's always great having you on. A pleasure to see you again. You got to ask, how can he handle a recession? I mean, America is the financial capital of the world. How can he run it without being invested in it?
Are we really?
Yeah, it's an interesting comment, Elizabeth, on his perspective. I mean, it's as we've seen some of the other presidents go to the grocery store and be a little bit shocked at the cost of food and bread and water and so forth. Listen, the way I would talk about this, Elizabeth, is I'd like to talk about it from where we were from and to. For example, we talked earlier about reckless spending. And what we're going to go to is a more controlled spend, a prioritization on issues that are going to get the economy growing again. Day one of this administration, they surrendered energy independence. Let's get back to reestablishing energy independence with certainty and stability. It is the bones of this economy. Let's make sure that they're proposing these tax increases. Let's get back and take the burden off the consumer and certainly corporations so that we can, in fact, compete globally and not have to compete against corporations that have subsidies and lower taxes than we do here in the United States.
You know, when he was governor, he raised taxes, right, as most governors cut them. 28 governors reportedly cutting them. He, you know, he was raising taxes right as inflation was causing prices to rise double digits across the board, and people were getting a pay cut due to record inflation. You know, he wanted about $10 billion in tax hikes on voters in his state, small businesses in his state. He slapped a tax on businesses' global income, and he was the only state in the Midwest, I think, to impose, or in the country, to impose a new tax on long-term capital gains. He was against the Trump tax cuts while in Congress. So he would tax and spend when, you know, the White House has already done that, possibly flatlining the economy into a recession.
Yeah, I think some of these proposals on
Now, I'll interrupt it there also because I'm running short on time and battery. A lot of this stuff also, let's fact check it. I took note on a little bit of it, but I think it's on their side a bad thing to be against Donald Trump's tax cuts. I think it's you can present it to them, you know, with steak and eggs on the side, and they'll just eat the steak, fuck the eggs. So no matter what, they don't like that he doesn't like the cuts. They don't like that he gave children free meals. Because, again, they're going to say, well, where's the money coming from? How is this possible? What a tyrannical leader to take it from our tax money to give this to the kids. So the jig is up. Again, Fox, The Angle, and Fox Business. The jig is up, you guys. It's okay to give this stuff. It's okay to not have stock. I prefer my politicians to not have stake in anything. Now, they'll criticize him for having a governor's salary and a pension. Oh my God. So now that I'm not truck driving, God forbid I get any truck driving money coming in my P.O. box, it better just be podcast money or I'm a piece of shit. That's the part that's the framing that they go with. And again, the jig is up. I'm okay with Mr. Walz not having any stakes he doesn't even have real estate, you guys. Like, as soon as he goes to wherever the vice president lives, he's going to give up the governor mansion because he's got no use for it. He's going somewhere else. He doesn't even have a pad. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'll break this down a little bit later into a couple different segments. You guys can let me know what I did right, what I did wrong. The article reads, if there's a particular article you guys would like read, I'm down with that. I'm a slow reader, but I get through it, right? We did 2 articles today, and they were just 5-minute reads. One of them was 7-minute read in a little bit under 40 minutes, right? And not too fast, not too slow, but the commentating, and that the fact that I'm hoping to encourage a few of you guys to voice your opinion, to be like, yeah, Fox, the jig is up, bro. We no longer believe that narrative. You guys seem to, and then, again, this is where I tell you, I think they're okay with being angry at the fact that the children got free meals. I think they're okay with that. Not here to change your mind, not here to make you think like me, but we need to understand the middle point here. Let the children have the meal. Anyway, that's it for today, you guys. Let me know what you guys think if you can in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. It's free skis. And then put the little bells on so then they'll let you know when I'm up here talking shit. You know, why not? Why not? That's what I'm saying. Hope you guys have a good day. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's go.